Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Tanner here and welcome to a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video, we are going to be breaking down and ranking all 6 of the Ninjago Ninja Island suits. Now, of course, with the upcoming storyline of the island, the ninja once again have received new suits. Kind of a tradition at this point for every new season or whatever season 14 or the island is going to be. Either way, it's kind of a tradition for every single season to have new suits for the ninja. At this point in the island, these new ninja suits are easily some of the most well-received suits throughout Ninjago's history. A lot of people really love these suits, with only a small minority of the community feeling like these suits are even remotely bad in any way. I myself tend to agree that the island suits are some of Ninjago's best. Usually with every single Ninjago wave, there are a couple of certain and specific ninja suits that I'm not really a big fan of. In this wave, none of the island suits I feel like are terrible. Every single one I absolutely enjoy. These suits overall are some of Ninjago's best, of course in my own opinion. Now what does that mean for ranking them? Well, obviously I will still rank them from worst to best, but just know as like a quick disclaimer here that even the worst one on this list, the worst one, is not bad at all. I still love all 6 of these suits and I feel like they are all perfect suits for the ninja this go around, and just keep that in mind as you watch the video. And again, these suits are very similar to one another. They all have the same masks and styles, so let's not waste any more time and jump right into my rankings. As a quick final thing, feel free to rank these suits down below in the comments as well, to your own opinion after the video is completed. Let's go ahead and get into it. At the bottom of the list, we have Island Zane. Now, the only reason why Zane is kind of at the bottom here is just because I really think that he could have used a headband. I understand why they did not include a headband for Island Zane though. Like a lot of the other ninjas, Zane's hair is new for this year. It just doesn't have a headband, and that's pretty much the main reason why. Zane already had 1 new hairpiece this year, and I doubt that Ninjago would give him 2. You know, Ninjago wouldn't really make this one, which is of course Zane's regular titanium hair, alongside a newly molded version of this hair with a headband attachment. No, probably not going to work. In terms of Zane's hairpiece itself, it is technically metal in the show, but you could easily have wrapped a white headband around his head and called it good from there. Overall, the rest of the suit though is still very fantastic. You can see his open heart there, his power source looks awesome. Of course, this suit does remind me a lot of his battle damage titanium suit, which is a very solid Zane suit at that, except this one is much more detailed, with a lot more blue, a lot more gray, a lot more silver, and just overall a lot more style, I'd say. This suit is very spectacular for Zane, and it's still very cool, even if it doesn't have a headband. To me, that's not really that big of a deal, because this suit is still awesome in its own way. Definitely one of my favorite Zane suits out there. Next up on the list, we have Island Nia. Now, the only reason why Nia is kind of lower on the list as well is because of the hairpiece not being anything new. Unlike Zane, though, Nia's hairpiece is not new for this year. It's just an old hairpiece, just reused, which of course is appropriate considering Nia's character. I mean, not every ninja needs a new hairpiece, and Nia's hair works fine for this go round. It has the ponytail piece, so that kind of makes up for the lack of a headband, though I would have still preferred a headband, but still, Nia's suit though looks really good. She's kind of swapping her colors again, opting this time to go with an azure color as her primary color, with gray being a secondary. I do think that the mask is kind of a dead giveaway that gray is not her primary color this go round, but I still feel like her suit looks very good. Very similar to Kai's in a lot of ways, but that does make sense. Kai and Nia have had similar suits before in the past, and this one is no different. It's just kind of not super great when compared to the rest of the ninja, but still super great in its own way. Obviously, this suit looks fantastic on its own, but compared to some of the other ninja, this suit kind of falls flat. That's really my only big complaint about Nia's island suit. Next up on the list, we have Island J. Now, J here is an example of a ninja that uses a brand new hairpiece, this time molded with a headband, and I feel like his hairpiece looks good, but not as good as I would have expected. His hairpiece is kind of squished together and kind of compacted, I suppose. Then again, that's pretty much what a headband does, you know, kind of slicks back your hair, compresses it in a way, and I feel like that does make a lot of sense. To me, though, his hair looks a little awkward. Otherwise, the rest of his suit looks fantastic. I love the yellow color. Blue and yellow isn't really a color that Jay kind of showcases a lot, but he should totally showcase it more, because the yellow and blue looks great together, especially with Jay's element, when you take that into account too. The elemental power of lightning in a lot of other media is represented by the color of yellow. In Ninjago and a couple of other LEGO themes, it's represented by blue, but still, I think it works out. The whole lightning color scheme I think works best with Jay's particular suit here in the island, and not so much with any other suit. I also love all the little pockets and little gadgets all over his suit. It makes for a really tactical looking suit when you combine everything together. It makes for a really solid Jay suit, so easily one of the best Jay suits. All of these suits are absolutely fantastic. Next on the list, we have Kai in the 3rd place spot. So Kai here, again, his hairpiece isn't technically new for the island, but it is new for this year. His hairpiece we first saw in the Ninjago Epic Battle sets, but they're reusing it here in the island, obviously, because it has a headband, and I think Kai's hair looks awesome. Kind of looks unchanged compared to the original hairpiece, but still, it looks really cool, especially when combined with the red half mask. The rest of the suit is kind of clean looking, and it's not as teched out as maybe some other ninja suits on the list, especially when you compare him to Jay, but his suit looks so clean and just so, like, fit on him. I think it looks really cool. Again, kind of similar to Nia's pattern in a lot of ways, but still very solid. The dark red and the yellow as well goes really well with Kai, and overall I feel like that's a very solid looking suit for Kai in general. Easily one of the best Kai suits that we've had in a very long time. Kai's suits are admittedly kind of hit or miss for me. This one is absolutely a big hit. Easily one of my favorites. In second place, I decided to put Lloyd. Lloyd is, of course, the mascot character for the Island Saga as its own thing, and Lloyd's suit is phenomenal. I just love the way that it looks. I love the feathers in there, the green feathers, or maybe they're leaves, I don't know. But overall, the dark green looks good, combined with the actual normal green. I love how his face has war paint. We see him in the trailer kind of putting war paint on his face. I think Lloyd's hair and headband combo is probably the best one that we've seen of the new hair pieces that we get in the island, but overall, I just love that suit. Unlike some of the other ninja that just do their primary color on the body and their secondary color on the arms, Lloyd kind of swaps that around and instead decides to create a dark green body with normal green arms. Kind of a contrast to some of the other suits that we've seen here, especially Jay and Kai, but still very cool. This figure is one of the most common ones in the island, and I can definitely see why a lot of people are going to want to get their hands on this. This is easily the most, I guess, savage and kind of, I guess, jungle-esque Lloyd that we've seen in a very long time. Very, very solid minifigure. And in first place, I decided to put Cole. Now, Cole's suit here has kind of gotten a mixed bag throughout the community. I can understand why. His torso is kind of more gray than anything, and I feel like that's a reason why people are going to complain about this figure. I don't think it's all that big of a deal. The only thing that genuinely bothers me on this figure is that his symbol is smack dab in the middle of his chest. I feel like if it was off to one side, this suit would have been 10 times better. But as it stands, though, this is easily my favorite island suit, and not just because Cole is my favorite ninja. Part of the reason why this suit is so good to me is because of that hairpiece. Of course, when all of the ninja were kind of revealed to have headband pieces attached to their hair, kind of newly molded in, a bunch of people, including myself, were kind of hoping that Cole's man bun hair would return that he wore in the Ninjago movie. Sure enough, it came back, and it looks awesome. Again, the headband is recolored. It's recolored in orange instead of brown, like it was in the movie, but still very cool. I'm very happy that they reused that hairpiece for Cole in the show, because the hairpiece was never used for Cole in the show at that point. We had seen it on Teenage Woo, but never for Cole, and now we finally have it, so to me, that's awesome. The rest of the suit, though, is really cool. Again, the gray really doesn't bother me. I think that works well for Cole. The suit kind of combines all of his previous colors. The black, the orange, the gray, and a little bit of brown kind of combines all those colors together to create a really solid-looking Cole suit. I think it looks great. I don't really have any major complaints. Again, the symbol kind of bothers me, but it's not that big of a deal. I just think it would have been better kind of off to one side of his chest. Either way, this suit is awesome and easily one of my favorite island suits out there. I think it's the best just in terms of my own opinion, but honestly, all of the suits are very good. I could very much honestly pick any of these as being my favorite because I feel like they genuinely look great together. What a solid bunch of suits leading us into the next year of 2021. Absolutely fantastic. Let me know down below in the comments what you guys think about the island suits and which one is your favorite, which one is your least favorite, or feel free to rank them like I did. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts though, and that'll pretty much wrap it up for the video. So thank you guys very much for watching this one. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for watching this video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that, I bid you farewell.